Hello, fire signs. Welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and this is going to be your reading. If your sun, moon, or rising is in Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, then this reading is divinely for you. I will have the timestamps down below so you can hop between your sun, moon, or rising sign and one of the fire signs here. And I'm setting the intention for this reading to just offer clarity, and we're just going to be looking at the energy surrounding each fire sign. So I do want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. And yeah, let's dive on in. So we're going to start off with the Leos. Hi, Leos. I hope that all is well. And this is going to be your reading. What are messages that Leo needs to hear right now for their highest good and protection? A message for Leo sun, moon, Venus, or rising. Leo. What is the message from the universe that Leo needs to hear right now? Independence. Ooh. That is the first card that shows up for Leo. And I love that this card showed up because if you look at the imagery, there's sunflowers all around it. And we know that sunflower is one of Leo's main flowers. One of them. There's plenty of flowers that represent Leo, but sunflower is one of them. Sunflower energetically is ruled by the sun. Leo is ruled by the sun. So it's only fitting. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Lovers. Okay. Nine of Swords. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Show me more. More messages that Leo needs to hear for their highest good and protection, please. The Hermit. The World. Ooh, Leo, you're starting over. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. And you know what? Starting over can look different for each and every one of us. I'm not sure what part of the story that you are living through, Leo. I feel that, of course, all of our day-to-day experiences will be different from one another. But one thing that is for certain surrounding Leo is that you are starting over. Why? Because you can. Yeah, you absolutely can. And sometimes it is a blessing when you are being redirected. If something didn't work out, if something didn't go as planned, this is occurring for a reason. And maybe right now you don't understand why that all of this may be happening or nothing is happening at all, but it's truly for your highest good. That is something that I do see. Now, on one end, this is positive for a lot of Leos. Now, yeah, I get it. The Seven of Wands being here, the Lovers, and the Nine of Swords, that's definitely being at a crossroad. But the Queen of Pentacles tells me that in the end, you choose yourself. In the end, you do what is best for yourself. The Independence card is here because that's you solely choosing you. The Oracle message that it says for Leo, it says, the more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me free and love this inner child, dear Lord. That is the oracle message that it says. I'm going to pull just another card right here. Message from the universe. Just grab this deck that's on the deck. Just grab this deck that was on the desk, and I'm going to pull from the universe here. And it says here, prioritize self-healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. It's time to focus on you. Self-healing takes time and a lot of self-love. Remember, open wounds do not heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There is absolutely no rush. So when I say that it's totally okay to start over, it's normal to try again, to see, okay, well, this didn't work out, or this fell through, or I thought I was going to be able to move around this time. I thought that I was going to get that job offer. I thought that me and my partner, or me and this person I was talking to, I thought we were going to work out. I thought that things were going to go this way. And I got to keep it real, Leo. I feel like for those of you that is in the space of life is just moving really fast and you're trying to catch up, it's like overwhelming you, and you're asking yourself, am I doing something wrong? Why are things not progressing in the way that I need them to? And that's very much so fair. But your reading is saying it's because you're being redirected and choices are going to be made, because the lovers is not necessarily love that's coming in per se. It's more so about needing to make a decision that is going to be in alignment with where you are going. I can totally see Leo feeling a little bit vulnerable right now, a little bit unsure, having some doubts. But things are changing and moving accordingly for the better. Plus, I get it. Plans, sometimes it needs adjustment. It's not a reflection of you that something isn't working out. I have to be honest. It's just like, you know what? We're going to try again. We're going to figure this out. We're going to make it work. So, one of my predictions for Leo that's coming up in the month of March, maybe in the month of April, change of plans, redirection. I would highly encourage you to have a plan B if plan A falls through. Some of you have already been experiencing things not really meshing together and flowing relatively very well. But this is just a friendly reminder that, hey, in the event that you may have to make a detour, plan ahead of time so it doesn't catch you off guard. I'm seeing delays. It could also be like the Mercury retrograde that's coming up too. I feel like you guys are going to get hit with that. So just plan it out, Leo. Plan it out, plan it out, plan it out. I feel like you guys are feeling very overwhelmed too at work, feeling like there's a lot of pressure on you. There's like this vibe here of let it crash, let it burn. I'll rebuild it and make it better. And once you do that, Leo, you end up showing up as the queen, not the queen, the empress. The Empress is restoration. The Empress is one of the most powerful cards in this deck that says that abundance is not too far. And quite honestly, I don't feel that you need to worry about it, but I understand why. And me being a Leo rising, let me tell you, there was some things that happened even in my own day-to-day life where it's like, if I keep fighting this, if I keep making it seem like this is my fault that this didn't pull through, then I'm never going to get over it. I'm always going to feel like I could have did this, or I should have saw this coming, or maybe I didn't do enough research. I can continue to keep blaming myself of what I should have done, or I can accept this for what it is and just let it go. Because how about when things don't work out, it's just God saying like, yeah, we don't want this for you. We want something else. And the more you keep trying to go against it, the more overwhelmed you're going to feel, Leo. Another thing I also feel, Leo, is the most comforting thing that you can do right now is go back to the basics. Stick to your routine and be consistent with that. All right? You will revisit whatever that this is another time. This could be you thought you were going to move, you thought you were going to travel, something had to get canceled. Something just, I don't know, Leo. And again, if you're like doing amazing, Leo, and everything is wonderful and life is just great, then self-care is going to be very important going forward for you, Leo. I just want to make sure that I say that. And maybe I should have started the beginning of this reading with expressing that, because I can hear intuitively some of you saying, well, everything is going great for me. Everything is perfect. That's wonderful, Leo, but I still think you should have a plan B plan set in place. I still think you should have a just in case. I still think that as wonderful as everything is, plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead. Because if, let's say, something goes wrong, a part of you might kind of blame yourself. Like, why didn't I see this? Why did I allow this to unfold in the way that it did? Yeah. Another thing that I'm also seeing here in your reading is that there's a decision coming up surrounding matters of the heart, romance, love. Now, for those of you that are single, for those of you that are not dealing with anybody right now, there is a back and forth between, do I want to open myself up and date again, or do I want to stay to myself and focus on my career? Do I want to give this person a chance, or do I want to just cut them off, block them, never speak to them again? So there are a couple of you that's kind of in between, do I want to do it or do I not want to do it? And all I'm going to say is, Leo, you end up choosing yourself and you choose what is best for you, and that's going to look different for each and every one of you. Some of you may feel like it's time for me to get out there and meet new people, and you're heavily supported by spirit. The lovers represents choice. Some of you feel like, I'm not ready to do that. I'm still healing from something. I'm still processing something. I want to put the focus on me. Self-love, self-care, because I have been so devoted to everyone or family or this relationship, this thing, and I feel that this is what I'm getting from Leo. This was taken from me, or I wasn't appreciated. Yeah. So for a lot of you, you're either making a decision to stand firm in your own solitude and make your world more beautiful and focus on what you need to achieve. Or there's a lot of you that are ready to go out there because you're calling in a soulmate connection. There could be some fear of what if it doesn't work out with the Nine of Swords, but some of you guys could be calling that in. That's a good majority of you, but there is a small sector of Leos where there is relationship stuff that's going to be materializing here. I do see it, but the reading's not showing reconciliation. The reading is showing that it will pop up with the Seven of Wands, but in the end, you choose yourself because you spent a very long time choosing people that in the end, you felt that they didn't choose you. You felt that they just kind of let things fall apart. Yeah. It's like you're getting attention, Leo, but it's like, it's not good enough. This person is not good enough. This is not what I deserve. This is not worth it. And granted, Leo, like, hello, you already know where this can lead to if you decide upon this. You already know what these red flags and what the signs are giving. You already know yourself. You know what this looks like. You're highly intuitive. You're not trying to go backwards. You're not. The opportunity will present itself though. Like if you feel like nobody notices me or I'm not getting this or that, you're gonna get attention, but you may feel like the person is not worthy of you. So I don't know, Leo, it's kind of weird for romance and matters of the heart. I actually feel like a lot of you guys are turned off, if I'm really being honest with you. Again, if you are putting your best foot forward and you're getting out there to date, you made a conscious decision to do that with the lovers, go for it. But if you're choosing yourself, I'm not feeling heartbreak for choosing yourself. I feel like you guys are just, I'm gonna do what's best for me, the hermit. I don't even want to be perceived. The world, I want to go inward. I want to focus on what's happening around me. You want to prioritize your self-healing because something really upset you, rocked you, or things came up the surface over the past 6 months, and now it's finally quiet, Leo. It's finally just you and your responsibilities. And you know what? Honestly, I think that's relatively very peaceful considering how it has been. I even feel like a lot of Leos, there's an extreme going on too, like disconnecting from society altogether and focusing on just your inner world and your family. Or you might be consuming too much of what's going on in politics, what's going on social media. So try to give yourself a good balance, Leo. Make sure you're not overwhelming yourself too much with the day-to-days. I see a lot of Leos retrieving into reading books, hobbies where they are solely focused on themselves. This could also be like working out. Yeah, I just feel like Leos kind of want to be left alone and they want to focus on their work. Because whatever that turned you off 6 months ago, it made you say, that's it. I want to change. I want better for myself. And because of that, you're going to continue to keep attracting it. So what I will say, Leo, is the redirection is for your protection. Things that are, the delays are happening for a reason. And rather than feeling like it's your fault, see it as this is giving you more time to reinvent yourself, because you show up as the Queen of Wands in this reading. The Queen of Wands is probably she's one of the most energetic and captivating queens of the tarot. And you basically want to work on getting your spark back. And getting your spark back is staying consistent with a routine that's going to guarantee that if you do this for 3 months of your life, 6 months of your life, you're going to see the results. So, Leo, be careful on dwelling on the things that didn't work out, because you can actually, again, go inward and focus on what needs to change within yourself. Meaning, it could be just, how am I eating? What am I consuming visually? What am I listening to? How can I change this around? Let me change my wardrobe. Let me do something. Let me join a hobby. Let me join a book club. Let me go outside and touch the grass. Let me go walking. Let me stop being in my head. Let me actually start visualizing what I want for myself, because everything didn't work out. We got to start all over. That's kind of what I'm feeling for you, Leo, because I'm telling you, if you stay in the energy of, I wish this would have worked out for me, I wish that didn't take place, I wish we worked out, ooh, 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 I get it. And your feelings are very much so valid, because you put in a lot of effort. But now you can put all of this effort in towards elevating yourself. And that's one thing you do love doing, Leo. Yeah. Yeah. You feel like, yeah, Five of Pentacles, I lost so much. But the Sun says you're going to gain so much more. God is never going to take something away from you to give back crumbs. I'm just saying, you're not getting back crumbs. You're going to get more than you ever could have possibly even imagined. But you have to release this. And you know what's interesting? Ramadan is happening right now for the Muslim community, where they're making sacrifices, they're fasting, they are connecting with God. You may not be Muslim, but take a page out of that book. You don't have to follow what they're doing if it's not your religion, but they are spending more time with the divine at this moment, and they are withholding themselves from temptations and things like that, because they're focused on the blessings that they want to call in. And that may be something that you should consider doing. Again, it doesn't have to be you joining Ramadan, but it can be more so of, okay, God, I'm going to sit with you. I'm going to pray about this. I'm going to focus on what I can do to make my life much better, or to see results that I know that can happen if I work at this, if I start over somewhere else. A good example of what I'm talking about is, I have a large garden. There were just some vegetables I was just not vibing with. It could just be my soil. I'm not really sure. I'm still researching it. But I can dwell on the fact that I have a hard time growing this eggplant. Like, when I tell you I get close to really getting more eggplant, I'm only able to grow one, and things just keep happening. I'm trying to spray this on it. I'm trying to trim, but it keeps just getting eaten up. And I can dwell on the fact that it was just not working out for me. Or I can accept it for what it is. I can grow something else, and I can tend to my garden and my fresh fruits and vegetables that is very much so present and needs my undivided attention. Because the more that I'm putting into this eggplant, maybe I'm giving it too much fertilizer, maybe I'm doing too much of something, and I'm blaming myself that it's not working, because my entire garden is thriving, but this thing right here, it's not doing what it needs to do. I can either blame myself for that, or I can just let it be. Say, okay, we're just not compatible. I will revisit this another time, and I'm going to tend on what is giving to me, my tomatoes, my basil, and continue to keep doing what I can so that can thrive. I'm not neglecting everything else because this one thing isn't working. I'm not neglecting my life, my goals, my dreams because this relationship is consuming me and I'm trying to make it work, but it's not working. I'm not putting my all into this dead end, and now I'm failing my classes. And now I'm losing in every single part of my life. You know, you have to give yourself routine and again nourish the other parts of your life before all of those other things begin to bring you problems, if that makes any sense. So Leo, again, don't be hard on yourself. It didn't work out for a reason. My eggplant, it didn't grow the way I wanted to for a reason, but I'm not going to blame myself for it. I'm going to tend things over here and do more research on why that didn't work out, and then I'll come to the conclusion if I want to go back and grow it again. You can always come back to something, Leo, but you didn't fail. It's just not time yet. And I hope that makes sense. Anyways, that is your reading. The sun is your star card. It is basically your energy embodied. Trust that everything is going to work out and you will be okay. Okay? You will be okay. Love life, whatever that this is, whatever that you have to take a step back from, it will work out. Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, they're notorious for self-care and honoring their responsibilities, okay? Try to not stay in the devil energy where you feel trapped in that, okay? Like you feel trapped in what it's been. It doesn't have to stay that way. You can get out of the Ten of Swords energy. And if things have been good, then stick to that routine so you can see things grow more and more. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for vibing with me. Leave a comment down below if you're a Leo placement. I hope that this reading resonated. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be back with another reading in the future, probably like a month or two from now. All right, bye, Leo. Hi, Sagittarius. It's been a while. I hope that all is well. This is going to be your energy check-in. If your sun, moon, or rising is in Sagittarius, then this reading is for you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and showing this channel so much love. And if you would like to connect with me on a personal level to book a session with me, the link is in the description box down below. But there are going to be limited spots available in the month of March. But nevertheless, this is your reading for the month ahead. Just like a nice little energy check-in. And before I started the video, one of the first tarot cards that you received is the Emperor. And your oracle message you also received today. Wow. So disclaimer, we're reading for like a big group of Sagittarians. So not everything I say is going to resonate, right? But grab what is speaking to you and throw out what isn't. I actually took notes earlier because I shuffled for Sagittarius earlier. And I feel like the message is going to repeat itself here, but I have my notes on the side because I felt that the reading that I did earlier just by myself, just to kind of check in to see what we're working with, it was quite profound. So let's see what shows up. Nice live deep shuffle for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising. Messages that Sagittarius needs to hear right now for their highest good and protection. I'm going to grab this deck over here. I just grabbed it from over there, and message from the universe. Okay. Alrighty, so the oracle message, it says here, show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. Then you have the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, I'll pull one more card. Can you clarify the spread, please? Then you have Temperance. Wow. 10 of Wands. 6 of Swords. Oh, the 2 of Swords. Yep. Sagittarius, I feel like you're outgrowing something. You're outgrowing a dynamic, you're outgrowing this job, you're outgrowing a relationship, you're outgrowing shit, even where you live. Some of you, not all of you. You're just outgrowing something. It feels like you're changing and you've never experienced this before, and everything is overwhelming you. That's what I'm getting from this reading. And the best thing that you can do for yourself is just put everything on pause and just be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. A lot of what you're doing right now, you have never done this before. And that's what's very just mind-boggling. Like, even as I'm like doing this reading, this is the very first time that I've done a reading for Sagittarius, and I felt like, yeah, this is a game changer. Or you're looking at this differently. You're looking at yourself differently. And all of that can be overwhelming because it's challenging everything that you used to believe in, or everything that you used to stand for, or everything that you thought it was, or how you used to do things. It's just going to be different now. You're still in the process of learning this new chapter of your life and this new version of yourself. The reason why I say that is because the Emperor is here. The Emperor is in a past position as well. The Emperor says that I don't want to change. I want everything to stay as it is. I don't want to compromise. I want to do what I've been doing. But here's the thing, it's in a past position. So whatever that you were holding on to, whether it be a relationship, a job, or again, a certain expectation that you had of yourself, this Emperor energy that's in, again, a past position in your reading, that way of thinking, it was holding you back. It was keeping you in the loop. Because again, the Emperor card, I wouldn't say that it's bad. It's not bad. It's just he does not like to change. He does not like to compromise. But the Temperance at the end of the reading is saying change does need to happen. Balance does need to happen. Compromise within yourself, not with other people, but within yourself, that does need to happen. All right. So you're definitely breaking through whatever barriers that was around you before. You're not dwelling on the past. You're focused on today. You're focused on the present. You're focused on right now. The King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands is also here. So this is also telling me that if anything, the goal is going to be stability and building generational wealth, more abundance and structure around you. Because again, maybe everything didn't go as planned, but now things are starting to align and things are starting to make sense. Wow. And that's so interesting because I know a few Sagittariuses that are moving out of the country for the first time. I know a Sagittarius that was sick for a very long time and they're finally back in the gym. However, this was someone that I know to be very, very strong, and now they have to rebuild all of that muscle again because they took a hit going through what they were going through. I'm using all of these, like all of these day-to-day experiences with Sagittarians that I know personally. It's showing up here for a lot of you as well. So again, what happened over the past year that you can think of like, wow, I was one way, but this happened and now I'm completely different. So when I say you're still processing and learning this new version of yourself, please give yourself grace, because that's a lot to take in. The King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, to me, I like that the Knight of Wands is here because this means that you're passionate about learning who this new version of yourself is and not needing to define everything all the time. Or another thing, Sagittarius, you may be pulling back from oversharing. Maybe in the past you were an open book, or you didn't have a problem with expressing your story or telling people what was going to happen, or calling this friend or that friend, venting. I don't feel like you're doing that. I feel like, again, whatever that took place, you want to experience what life can be like when you're just quiet, when you're not seeking and looking for answers, but you're waiting for the answers to come to you, and you're doing things at your own pace. And that's going to be a huge blessing in disguise. So I actually feel like the Knight of Wands is igniting the King of Pentacles and that need for you to have that stability and calm, because King of Pentacles, he's known for that. And he's keeping his head below the ground, and he's working at it. He's working on his goals. He's not trying to see what else is going on with the other minor arcana kings. He's focused on what he's growing, what he's building for himself. For a lot of you, that could be getting into earth sign activities. This could be homesteading, gardening, starting a business, revamping a business. This could be you taking better care of your body. This could be you taking more, something about taking care of the body, more supplements, drinking more teas, more, maybe some of you could be going vegan. For some of you, not all, not all, not all. This could be you incorporating something that's relatively very different for you, because you want that change, and Temperance says you want that balance. The oracle message, it says here, I'm actually happy that I'm doing your reading right now, because I was going to start on Aries, but Sagittarius actually jumped up in front of Aries, and I'm like, all right, bet that's for a reason. The oracle message says, no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy if this is describing you. Keep being the beautiful soul that you are. I'm going to pull another message for you guys. You guys also got the 10 of Wands and the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Yep. Next oracle message that ties into what I was saying. It says if you want to be more successful in your life, priority should be on you, and you should focus on the mindset. Oh, sorry, let me start over. The other oracle message that I just pulled, it says here, if you want to be more successful in life, your priority should be to focus your mindset on all that you want to attract into your life. Trust that more is happening than what you can see. Many forces are at work in your favor, so allow them to help you. Allow the divine to step in. And then the last message, you can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down streets you've never walked before. So, yeah, you're changing, Sag. And I also feel like this year, you're intentionally wanting this year to be more quiet. You are going to move more slowly this year. And that's intentional. That's not because you're behind. That's because you're choosing it to be that way. The conversations that you're going to have is going to be intentional. The people that you keep around you, no more fluff, no more chaos, no more noise, no more bending over backward, no more being present or available like you were before. And if you are already in that energy, then if you're already in that energy, then that's awesome. But a lot of you are stepping into that, definitely. 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Wands. Are some of you having a hard time making a decision surrounding something? What will happen in this decision making? Yeah. The 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. Choosing what's best for you and choosing to start over does mean saying goodbye or releasing something that you felt was going to last. A healthy level of acceptance is here. I hate that the 3 of Swords is here though with the 5 of Pentacles, because that is loss. 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, you are moving on from something. Some of you guys could even be grieving something right now, or what you thought it could have been. But again, please give yourself grace. A lot of what you're experiencing this for the very first time. Okay. Spirit, can you show me career, please? Because 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords is here, and money could be a little bit weird right now. 8 of Cups, detachment, walking away from something, asking yourself, is this work in alignment with my purpose? For some of you. But to flip this around, a lot of you also just need a vacation if you have the opportunity to give that to yourself. And that may be a little bit just, it can happen this year, absolutely. Everything going on this planet, though, I can totally understand if you just want to hide under a rock. But a vacation doesn't have to mean jumping on a plane and leaving. A vacation could just be you're using your PTO to just sit in your house and take intentional bubble baths or intentional showers or cooking the foods you want to cook and watching the shows that you want to watch and putting your phone on do not disturb. It does not require you having to jump on a plane and go somewhere else, even though I do feel like some of you guys are going to be doing that. And even if some of you take group trips, you might try to go off the beaten path and do something by yourself. I really feel like unless Sagittarius is choosing you in particular, Sagittarius wants to be left up alone. You guys really don't want to be bothered. 8 of Cups. Yeah, 10 of Swords. You're healing from something. And you're putting your energy towards how the earth can give back to you. So again, a lot of you could be gardening. A lot of you could be starting a business and getting profit from that. You know? I don't know why I saw a puppy. Some of you guys could be putting your energy into your fur babies, your puppies, your cats. Spending more time with your fur babies and your cats, your puppies, your bunny if you have one. I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting. This doesn't mean that Sagittarius life is like falling apart or anything like that. I'm not getting that. I just feel that it's okay if you're not 100% right now. Because again, you're experiencing all of this for the first time. It's okay if everything is not ready yet. It's okay. It's okay. The best thing that you can do, the Sun card, the best thing that will really help you during this time is stick to what has been giving you so much. Connect with the people that have been showing you love. Spend more time with your community if it has been relatively very positive. You know what I mean? This is going to be a time of recovery for a lot of Sagittarians. And wild as it's kept, I'm not really seeing a lot of dating, but let's look into that because I'm sure some of you guys would like to know. Oh, this reading was unintentionally very deep. I wasn't expecting this from you guys. Normally, Sagittarians readings are pretty easygoing, but you guys have been deeply thinking about wanting a change. Yeah. So what I'm getting from Sagittarius is the love is here. Matters of the heart. This is a beautiful time to spend quality time with your partner. Maybe there's been a little bit of a disconnect. Maybe you've been in your own world. Some of you are lucky enough to have a partner that understands that you just need to be by yourself. Because Sagittarians are the most introvert, extrovert people on the planet. They will have seasons. Well, I'm talking to you guys. You guys will have seasons where you're out and about and having fun and being the biggest extrovert. And then out of nowhere, you guys are going to be like hardcore introverts for like 6 months. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And I feel like you guys are stepping into that introvert season. That's what I'm gathering. Maybe a lot of things are overstimulating you. So give yourself some time to balance all of that out. Show me matters of the heart. Beautiful time to reconnect with the people that you love. Connection. Show me Sagittarians romantically, please. Getting out there and meeting new people, that will be entirely up to you. If you put yourself out there, Sagittarius, because you are magnetic, you will meet somebody. But in the event that you want to keep to yourself and do for yourself, it's not showing too much with love. It's just showing more so of nurturing what you already have or nurturing yourself. So you can be able to be present and date and do all of that other stuff in between. Judgment, but you are really picking and choosing who gets to be in your life. The Sun card, you keep getting the Sun card, which is a positive omen. Your love life is going to improve around the late spring heading into the summer. Right now, for like the first 3 to 4 months of the new year of 2026, give this time for you. Give this time for you. Some of you guys could even be like, I need a break. Let's break up. Let me just stop talking to you so I can focus on me. I feel like that for a lot of you too. But Sagittarians, rest. Pour into yourself. Be kind to yourself. Things start to get better. Plus, we're getting into a Mercury retrograde season too. That's coming up. So being still is going to be the best thing that you can do for yourself. This is a beautiful time for new ideas, innovations, handling debt, handling bills. Be very mindful of spending, Sagittarius, for the next 3 months. Try not to overspend or overindulge. And you will be okay. 9 of Cups. Things will start to pick up around the spring. Reading, I hope that this resonated. If it didn't, then thank you still for watching. But if it did, please leave a comment. Let me know. And we will be back with another reading in the next month or two, probably. Bye, guys. Hello, Aries. This is going to be your reading. If your sun, moon, or rising is in Aries, this reading is divinely for you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and showing this channel so much love. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box down below, but I will have just a few spots available in March. It's going to be limited because I will be traveling and moving around in the month of March. But nevertheless, let's dive in and get started on your reading. Disclaimer, we are reading for a big group of Aries, so not every message I say is going to resonate with your specific situation. So grab what is speaking to you and throw out what isn't, okay? Also, I wouldn't say that these readings are very love-based. It's more so energy that is around you and messages that you need to hear. But if love pops up, then we will talk about it. So dive on in. You already know the deal. The first card you receive is self-acceptance. Let's let the camera focus. You have self-acceptance. It says here, nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our openness, dear divine. Now, messages. Ooh. Aries, are you okay? Are we okay? I'm an Aries moon. Are we okay? Earth to Aries, are we okay? Okay, hold on. Ten of Swords is in a past position. Okay. Similar to Leo energy, where, yep, this does look like a redirection. Yep, this does look like something did not go as planned. Yep, this does look like, for a lot of you, it can feel like I'm failing. I'm trying, and nothing is working out. It can feel overwhelming, right? We have the 10 of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Ace of Pentacles. So let's talk about it. Aries, I feel like the month ahead, for the next 2 months or so, it's going to be very imperative that you stabilize yourself, you stabilize your emotions, and you ground yourself during this time. That's why the King of Pentacles is here. He's not just showing up because he's saying, okay, yeah, you're going to make a whole bunch of money and everything's going to be great. Even though the King of Pentacles can signify that, what I'm getting from your reading is it has really nothing to do with everything working out and you receiving all of this abundance. This is more so of, you need to ground yourself, take things a step at a time. It's not going to happen if you're moving relatively too fast. It's also not going to happen if you're not giving yourself time to recover from the Ten of Swords. So, what happened over the span of 6 months that made you feel like things were just shaking from underneath you? I totally understand, Aries. That's a tough one. Ten of Swords. Betrayal, it can feel like a loss. I'm not sure how this is showing up for each and every one of you. For some, it could be, you know, something that can be fixed. For a few of you, it can be, I don't know where I go from here. But the most promising thing about your reading, though, is look at how the King of Pentacles is here. Granted, yes, it does mean that stabilizing yourself and just taking it a day at a time is going to be the remedy in all of this, but it also means that it's guaranteed success. You have the Magician, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So I want to say that what brings me a lot of solace for all of the Aries placements out there is that Ten of Swords, it's in the past. It already happened. Granted, if you need more time to process whatever that is, fine. But you can really only go up from here. I really don't see Aries failing or having any more setbacks. If anything, there's a lot of success that's promised for Aries, actually. Or maybe you're out of the Ten of Swords energy and you're finally starting to see success. You're finally starting to see things pick up. But the fact that this reading is showing that Aries is getting back on their feet, it's telling me that I am supposed to convey this message to please keep going, Aries. Please keep putting one foot in front of the other and please keep fighting this fight, whatever that is. Something that you're passionate about, what you believe in. But I also want to say this, there are fights that are not worth fighting. There are situations that do require you to put your sword down. Granted, yeah, you can probably win, but is it worth it? And you'll know what I'm talking about. But I see nothing but success. And the fact that the Magician card is here, that's self mastery. That means that all of this is meant to show you something, to teach you something. I feel like there's something about this season that's going to be very eye opening for you if you allow it. If you stop forcing it, fighting it, let things be. Allow everyone to show you who they are and what they would rather do. Allow things to just kind of materialize and you can make decisions based on that, is what I can humbly and honestly say. And this is showing up for a lot of you, whether it be family, whether it be romance, career. I would take it one step at a time. I wouldn't try to rush the process of whatever that this is, however that this is showing up for you. It's not meant for you to fight a storm. It's meant for you to just kind of sit it out and wait for things to clear on its own. And in the meantime, while things are clearing out and things are making sense, you can focus on yourself. And funny enough, I was shuffling for Aries just amongst my own time and I took some notes. And the notes that I wrote for Aries, because the cards that came up when I pulled on it earlier was the Nine of Swords instead of the Ten of Swords, but I got the same cards. And I wrote that right now, Aries is going to be very focused on stabilizing their finances, stabilizing their relationships, stabilizing their lives. Because for quite some time now, you felt something was very turbulent or you just didn't like how something was going. You felt that you were losing and you were trying your best to experience that breakthrough or to have that moment of success, but it wasn't pulling through. So similar to Leo energy, and I feel like all of the fire signs are quietly feeling like they're being under attack right now, but you're not. It's normal for fire to want to just charge at it and get it done and make it happen. But the fire signs are actually being told to kind of rest, to sit down. Like if we were like hanging out, Aries, I would be like, hey, come over. We're going to pop in a movie. We're going to eat some yummy food. We're going to talk about our feelings that you guys are running from, that Aries is running from, and we're going to deal with what we need to deal with. That's what I would do if we had the opportunity because I see it. It's very much so present here. Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles. Yeah, something just did not work out. And you're being redirected for a reason. That's happening for a reason. King of Pentacles, the Magician. But here's the thing about the Magician can make anything happen. The Magician, once he puts his mind into it, there's nothing that the Magician cannot have. That needs to be your mindset as well. So you know what, whatever that you had to say goodbye to, whatever that you had to like accept for what it is, whatever L that you had to take, it's okay. You're going back into the drawing board and you're starting again. Very similar to Leo energy. But again, I feel like all of the fire signs are kind of going through, okay, it's time to recalibrate. It's time to just, we gotta just rest and take a step back here. Because maybe you guys have been running so fast for so long. And I know that feeling because I'm an Aries moon. When I tell you that as an Aries moon, things were just not meshing in the way that I am used to, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let this go. And it was the best decision that I made. I'm going to let the situation go. I'm going to just be at peace. I'm going to be at peace. I'm going to be at peace. Because the analogy that I use in the Leo reading, which I'm going to use here, is my garden. I kept trying to grow this eggplant for quite some time now, but no matter what I do, something just kept happening where it was not growing. And I was putting so much energy into this eggplant growing and giving me fruit, or really vegetable, that the rest of my garden was not getting the proper nourishment and attention that it needed. Because I was probably over fertilizing. I was doing too much with one plant and neglecting everything else. So you want to be careful, Aries, of not neglecting yourself because you're putting all of your energy in winning. Be careful. Because here's the thing, when you accept this Ten of Swords for what it is, when you accept the loss, when you accept that it is what it is, we take some, we lose some, you can focus on rebuilding. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, he loves rebuilding. You can focus on making something amazing with the little that you were given. And I get it. You're tired. It's like, well, why do I have to constantly keep starting over and trying again and doing again? Because there was a lesson that you were meant to learn in all of that. So try not to be hard on yourself, Aries. Even if the relationship didn't work out, if you're taking a break from someone, self-acceptance is going to get you through. Ace of Swords. Now, here's the good news, Aries. There is a good business opportunity coming towards you because you were able to let this go. Because you're letting this go, something else pulls through for you. Something else is going to pop in the next 2 to 3 months. There's a new opportunity here. I feel like you guys need to just allow this to happen. This goes for your love life, everything. Allow people to show you who they are and what they would rather do by you. When you see the truth, you can make decisions surrounding that rather than jumping ahead of it and trying to fix it and trying to make it work and trying to win. The Lovers, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Swords. By you trying to force it, make it happen, you're trying to keep it, you're overthinking it, it's going to bring more pain than it's going to bring solution. So Aries, I think all of the Aries placements, we are being told to relax. We're not relaxing enough. And if you are relaxing, then you understand, then you get it. And you're in a good place. Hi Aries, I'm so sorry about that. My camera just kind of cut off in the middle of the reading. It's the next day actually. So we're going to actually just shuffle a little bit on love and matters of the heart really quickly before we end off the reading. Like, I just kind of felt like your reading was very much so words of encouragement more than it is like prediction. So let's just look at matters of the heart. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Might not get what's going on in your specific situation, but hope it helps. Four of Wands, matters of the heart for Aries. I mean, well, I mean, okay, I don't know if Aries is having the best time romantically. So let me just state the positive on the positive end, I see this as making a decision if you want to call in love in your life again, juggling if you should or shouldn't, coming to terms that something has come to an end, yet still wanting to put your best foot forward, still wanting to start again. But I actually feel there's a bigger majority of you that's burnt out from dating altogether. You could be thinking about what your next move is going to be. You may be suspicious of someone's actions towards you. You may be observing someone's behavior as, should I trust this or not? And you are right to take a step back and observe more so than react. I do feel that a lot of you guys are going to be moving on from a dynamic that is no longer working for you or serving you. And quite honestly, you guys are getting all of the cards that speaks about choosing yourself and detaching from uncomfortable and unfortunate situations regarding matters of the heart. What I do feel that's positive is that things will start to pick up around your solar return. So heading into late March and April and May is much better for your love life. Give it 3 months, Aries. I think we should wrap up this reading. Give it 3 months. Things will improve. Romance will blossom around that time. Because right now you're really focused on yourself. There's a focus on completing something. This could be graduation for a lot of you. Experiencing a victory, something to be proud of. But I feel like putting your love life on pause so you can focus on yourself is going to be the best thing that you can do. You will see what you want to see for love in the next 3 months. Okay? I really hope that helps. Anyways, guys, we'll tap into this energy, I guess, 2 months from now. We'll see what's going on. And I'm sending you all a lot of love and light. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and showing this channel so much love. Let me know if you're an Aries and how have you been? You know, I wish I got better cards, but we got to work with the energy that's present. When spirit speaks. And as an Aries moon, honestly, I can relate to this. I'm going to sit this one out. And whatever happens, happens. And it is what it is. And detachment is my best friend. I don't know about you guys, but that's where I'm at. So I feel like all of us should just be on the same boat and just kind of like, child, let the boat sink. Let's just try again. Anyways, again, thank you so much for watching, and we will revisit Aries energy in the next month or two. Bye, guys, and good luck.